Brand new video from the New Orleans terror attack, courtesy of EarthCam, capturing a moment of extreme terrorism, You can see a group of police officers patrolling New Year's on Bourbon Street, rushing towards the dangerous scene. The police chief praising their courage as a show of law enforcement's unwavering commitment to help people.
I'm sorry for the grief that people are going through today, but I'm so proud of our officers because they engaged this terrorist. We're in a gunfight with them. Two of our officers were shot, as you know. They will recover. But because of their bravery, because of their courage, they stopped him 3 blocks in versus 6 blocks in. And so I'm proud of them. I'm grateful for them. And I'm proud to be a New Orleans police officer.
You know, Paul, Matthew Hennessy writes in the Wall Street Journal opinion section this morning, you know, a lot of people think cops get paid overtime to sit in cars and drink their coffee all day, but not many jobs come with the real possibility of getting shot every time you go to work.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, that's true. There's an old saying in police work, you don't get paid for what you do, you get paid for what you might have to do. And you might have to, at any point, respond to something like this. We were talking about the Saipov event earlier. Well, the guy who interdicted that, Saipov jumped out of the truck. He had 2 guns. Turns out they were fake, but he didn't know that, and he had a knife on him as well. The cop that was there was just handling a fairly routine job at the high school. He comes out. All of a sudden, he's confronted with that, and he put from a good distance, put a round right into Saipov, and it ended that thing. Saipov lived, and now he's in jail. So, yeah, the cops here did respond from everything that we're seeing and hearing heroically. You see they immediately activate. They run right towards the event. We had it 2 years ago here in Times Square. A guy with a machete, again, inspired by ISIS, attacked a group of NYPD cops. They responded as well and shot him. It's always an issue, especially around a holiday, big crowds, et cetera. Heightened threat posture, as we've been talking about. The bulletins have been coming out, things after 7 October. So more power to them. But this is why the governor has to be at these press conferences. He's got to assure the public that these events are going to go on and that they're prepared for them. So there's that component as well.
And I think they're ready, Dagan.
I'm just going to say, may God bless and keep our men and women in uniform, and may God keep them safe as they protect us all.
Absolutely. Rebecca.
Yeah, 14 victims. Their families are grieving, and I am so thankful for those law enforcement officers that they've saved countless other families from that same kind of grief today because of their heroism. Very grateful.
You know, Molly, you and I were talking earlier about the Boston Marathon bombing, and you look at these horrific moments in U.S. history, and then you get these stories of heroism. Yeah. And we have yet to meet the police officers that were there on Bourbon Street thinking they were going to be dealing with drunks. Yeah. They dealt with a lot more.
Yeah, and in the video you see in the wake of the Boston Marathon bombing, you see people running in to help those first responders, just rushing to the scene in a sea of color. The same thing you see there on the street on Bourbon Street. And they acted not only heroically, but successfully and managed to take out this suspect and probably saved many more lives.
More Outnumbered in a moment.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.